Hello Pisces and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your What Do You Need to Know for July tarot reading, and your energy is the Queen of Cups. You might either be heavily influenced by a water sign female. Obviously that could be you, just feeling like really feeling the love, being discerning with love, being very open, emotionally intuitive. Also, you could be well underway with a project that's very emotionally fulfilling. You also might be offering your love to someone or waiting for someone to offer their love to you. So let's see, what is this all about? What does Pisces need to know for July? Interesting. Okay. I do see there might be an offer of love, or at least not so much love, just almost like peace and friendship. It might not necessarily be romantic love, okay? So this has to do with something that in the past, the energy leading into this month is the Strength card, okay? And that also might be a Leo influence as well, but there's been something really difficult with you and potentially someone else in the past that you've really had to have a lot of inner strength. You've really needed to have that spiritual courage to continue to persevere forward. So it's something that's been difficult, but you've definitely had the strength and the fortitude to succeed and to carry on, okay? And you are coming up as the King of Wands. This is someone who is unashamedly authentic, shows who he is, and like we all have masculine, feminine within us, okay? It doesn't really matter what your gender is because there's different, our divine masculine and divine feminine, we have that all, and sometimes we show more of one than the other, okay? Anyways, so our divine masculine is, or the divine masculine, I guess I'm a Pisces moon, so the divine masculine is really showing you're not afraid of who you are. You're not afraid to speak out for what is true for you and how you feel, and you know, your values and what's important. Yeah, so that's really cool. And I feel like there may have been something, because the energy around you is the Chariot, so there may have been something, well, I'll show you in a second, that you've really strived forward with, a project, a goal, an objective. It could honestly be anything from getting a job or moving or some sort of, goal, something you've wanted to accomplish, maybe to have a relationship with someone, or just some sort of something you were really focused on achieving. The thing is, I feel like you weren't directly, you might have been like a little bit off in your objective, even though everything was in the right place. Your heart was in the right place. What you need to know is the Eight of Cups, that sometimes there's only so much you can try with a relationship, with work, with a project, with a goal. But sometimes you just have to walk away. I'm sorry. It may have been it was emotionally fulfilling in the past, you know, and that's one of the things that makes it so difficult to walk away from, because you know how good it was, right? But with this energy, it is time to walk away. But look, walking towards a new future, a brighter day, there is a sunrise. You don't see right now how good things will get because you're still looking in the past, and that's okay. It's okay to be disappointed. I'm sorry. It's just part of the package of life, okay? Everyone has that. I feel like you are going to be doing a lot of healing because you're being clarified by the Six of Swords. This may have been something that stressed you out, or this disappointment may have been stressful or quite hurtful. It may have caused stressful thoughts in your head. Maybe you know, just things like that, stressful communication. But like, this is all, you've come through the difficult part. You know, it's like you can see home base, you can see the finish line. You've done so much healing. You should be very proud of yourself. So well done. You've gone through tumultuous waters, difficult lands, and now you are going to get ready to relax very soon, all right? I feel like whether this was like work or a relationship or whatever this was, the outcome is the Knight of Cups. So just know that I feel like you are going to approach this person or situation. It might be physically, it could just be emotionally. You're going to just kind of have a bit of an open heart, and you're going to be like, you know what, like if this was something that you were trying to have a romantic relationship, you might be like, look, let's be friends, and you're genuinely going to mean it. I mean, it might not follow through, but because the thing is, this is the Knight of Cups, it's not the King, so you might like genuinely mean it in the moment, But then if they're not receiving it very well, you'd be like, okay, bye, you know? So, but if they do receive it well, then you will. Do you see what I mean? This can be a little bit fickle, but still very well-meaning, okay? Yeah, and if it's like something to do with work or whatever it was that was disappointing, you are going to approach the person or the situation with an open heart and say, hey, let's just be friends, or let's just make sure we can get along, you know? There is that care and affection for the other person or situation. This person or situation is being clarified by temperance, okay? They might need more time, right? So you might be kind of ready or feel like you're ready, but you might not be as deeply ready as you think you are to just hand over that olive branch. But they just need a little bit more time, and that comes from a very deep place in themselves because this is a major arcana. So they're going to need time, all right? You cannot rush them. And, you know, if you're approaching this person or situation and you're like, hey, let's be friends, you might need to give them quite a way more time than what you have in your head, but everyone's different. And I just personally would suggest to respect that and give them the time that they need, okay? Let's get some clarification cards for Pisces for this situation. Interesting. There might be more than one person involved because we've got a lot of court cards, okay? So I feel like this might have to do, this person who you've dealt with in the past, they're being clarified by the Knight of Wands. So I feel like, you know, this is also I feel like they actually might be a little bit intimidated by you, or they might also, being around you, may have kind of opened up a different part of themselves that they didn't realize, or going through this situation made you just be like, you know what, I'm going to completely speak the truth. I'm going to do completely what's right for me. I'm going to be honest and authentic and follow my integrity, and that's it. And if anyone doesn't like it, well, that's their problem. So I think it might have really brought out the part of you that's just very, you know, just, hey, this is who I am, and you don't like it, well, that's your problem, not mine, you know. That's pretty cool. All right, and you are being clarified by the Prince of Swords, so just remember to keep an open mind. I think you will be keeping overall an open mind, especially when it comes to thoughts and beliefs, that thoughts and beliefs can change, okay? I mean, we all used to believe in, well, not all of us, right? But, you know, we all used to truly believe in our heart of hearts with Santa Claus and stuff, and I'm sorry if I'm spoiling that for you right now. But do you know what I mean? So beliefs change, so just always remember that even though you're being true with yourself, and you are expressing your beliefs and what's right for you, that our beliefs change over time, okay? They're not just fixed and static. Now this other person or situation, like, I feel like, yes, they're disappointed. You cannot expect them to change, okay? They might have a mental block right now, and they might be like, okay, I'll never get love, or this will never be successful. This actually also might be a part of you. I'll never be emotionally fulfilled because this one thing, that didn't work out with this one person, or it didn't work out with this one event, and you tried really hard, or they tried really hard. But it's just sometimes we go through that, right? And it doesn't mean we'll be feeling or thinking that forever, but everyone takes a different path, and it takes a different amount of time to be able to come to understand that, you know, just because we have broken up with someone we love doesn't mean we're never going to find it. We can still find someone that's as good or even better, right? Or if a job or a project or a friendship was disappointing, you know, and we feel upset and we think, okay, that didn't work, therefore, you know, nothing of that nature will work in the future. Like, people just need time, right? So this could be you, this could be someone else, but if it's you or someone else, you know, just be gentle, and just, you know, just know everyone goes at their own pace. Everyone has their own path, okay? And yeah, I feel like there may have been like quite an intensity with the relationship because I feel like you also, and maybe them, well, this is the energy in between you and what you need to know, which could be a person, place, or situation, right? But the energy in between is actually quite intense. And even though it's true, many of these things are true, it's like sometimes people will say and do things and say, oh, well, I said that because it's true, or I did that because that's the right thing to do. And sometimes people will say things and make decisions without taking in other people's perspective, and they can kind of bulldoze a little bit, and that might have happened. There might have been some stepping on toes. You know, if someone is let's say, overweight, okay? It is true that they're overweight, but do they need to hear that every single day? Absolutely not, because is it going to help them? No. So sometimes we need to be a little bit more gentle and accepting. And you know what? There's numerous things that are wrong with every single person, every single situation on this planet. Does that mean that we go out and just say like, and just, do you know what I mean? Just say those things that are true, you know, just because they're true. Well, you know what? Is it helpful? Probably not most of the time, okay? Yeah, people are very sensitive. We have to be careful if we actually want genuine positive change for other people. And I feel like if this is another person and you are saying, hey, like, don't think that way, or don't feel that way, or you're too good for them, or, you know, you're going to find someone else, or you'll find a better job, or whatever, in the moment, that might not help them. It might make them feel worse and more isolated from you, because they'll feel like you don't get them, and they might actually feel more alone and turn away from you, okay? So just be careful with your energy around this particular person or situation. All right, so I feel like, you know, let's do this first. I feel like you are going to come to an understanding of like listening to your intuition, but also like baby steps, because this healing card, the Six of Swords, is being clarified by the Ace of Wands. There's still so many things for you to know, for you to learn, to grow to understand. And sometimes instead of giving people, one of the lessons you might learn is sometimes instead of giving people like a whole bunch of messages, oh, what was wrong with your last relationship? This. Think about the one thing that's actually really important and just say that one thing. You know what I mean? Because we can't just put everything on people all the time and expect for them to take it, right? And also to listen to your intuition. I feel like that's a big lesson for you this month. Just to listen to that quiet little whisper, all right? The outcome, the Knight of Cups, is being clarified by the Queen of Swords. So I feel like you will both of you will eventually look at this from a higher perspective, a better understanding, and more objective, okay? Even though you have emotions for one another, or you do that for this job or project or goal, I think you're going to see kind of the big picture in a logical manner as well in the future. Things are going to take time, and if this is another person you're dealing with, then they will open up again, and they will be ready to receive love and affection and, you know, kind words and things like that. It's just going to take time. It's going to take longer than what you want, but you've just got to do that. And you know what? This could be another aspect of yourself. So be gentle with the part of yourself that's disappointed, that's closed-minded, because that part of you was hurt a long time ago, and they're scared, and they're trying to protect yourself from going through any difficult situations, okay? And I think that's a big part of your healing process. Let's get some advice cards, all right? Advice for Pisces for this situation in July. All right, first advice card, Four of Swords. Take some rest and just chill. This is not a party month, okay? This is a rest, sleep in, self-care, 100%. You might even want to meditate, but seriously, make sure you're getting some seriously deep sleep, okay? Because you need it. And I feel like when we get a good night's sleep, that is so healing in so many ways. And also know that there's one more piece of information about the situation that will come out. Okay, so you might think that you know the whole truth of everything, but you don't yet. You will. Just be patient, okay? And look at this, Ace of Swords. What did I say? There's going to be a message, a piece of information. So if this is from someone else, if they have turned away from you, they will contact you, okay? And when you do communicate with them, literally just have one thing to say, just one kind of point. You know, sometimes when we communicate, especially women, okay, maybe I'm projecting a little bit, I probably am, but sometimes when we communicate, and men, okay, it happens to all of us, but sometimes when we communicate to someone, we'll be like, oh, okay, we need to talk about this. Literally just pick one thing. Speak your truth, speak with courage, be forthright, be honest, okay? Be direct. Third advice card, the Six of Cups. This is a time to nourish your inner child. You might want to contact some family members that you really trust, and you can be yourself around. Also some siblings that you get along with, or friends that feel like family, and you also might want to, you know, treat your inner child with things that you really enjoyed doing. Maybe there's like a song that you loved when you were a kid and you haven't listened to it for a long time. If there's one that just came to your head, like after this video, play it seriously. And if you don't, then you are punishing your inner child. And we don't want to do that, right? You might as well just listen to the song, no matter how silly it is, okay? But just nourish your inner child, like if it's bubble baths or strawberry ice cream or whatever it is, okay? All right, so next advice card, we've got the 10 of Wands. There's only so much that one person can do on their own. This could represent you or the other person. Eventually, you're going to have to start asking for help. You cannot expect yourself to do everything on your own. It's self-hating, and especially with that 4 of Swords, you really need to take some rest. You really need to just like stop being everything to everyone and stop taking everyone's responsibility, okay? If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That's all in the description below. Thank you so much to everyone who's liked, shared, subscribed, and commented. It helps me out so much. I am just a little channel, and every little like and share helps so much. If you think my videos have helped you, please share my channel with other people. If you think it will help them, obviously. And if you're still here, you get a secret bonus card. Honestly, try and move forward with no baggage, with a clean slate with this person or this project. It is okay to have a fresh new start, okay? All right, have a great month. Bye.